Chapter 45. Blood Dragon. Dragon Vein City. Not good. The situation is not right. Go. Many cultivators instantly ran towards a bunch of city gates, not even caring about the Earth Palace that was close at hand in general. Boom, boom. The approaching East City Gate and South City Gate soon sent out bursts of roaring sounds, but it was a group of strong people who couldn't break through the gates at all. Quadded Great King frowned at the sky array, probing his hand. A chain brushed up to the sky. Even though the Yuan chair was greatly injured, the might of the Middle Heavenly Palace was still vast and incomparable. Boom. The chain crashed into the Grand Formation with a loud bang. With a loud bang, the chains brazenly crashed back. What? Quadded Great King's face changed. The surrounding group of cultivators also had gloomy faces. Dragon Pulse City is sealed. Who? The faces of the surrounding cultivators changed. That was a strike from the Middle Heavenly Palace. Oh, this strike. That is, the attack on top of the ordinary city's boundary. There should also be some cracks, but here all right. Steeply, a dragon roar came from the distance. The sound of the Earth Dragon Vein in the west. Steeply, someone was surprised. Whew. At once, a large number of cultivators rushed towards the west. To the west, the residents of Qinzibai and Mr. Dongfang. At this moment, the west face was rolling with the aura of blood. However, it was an area where the blood mist was so thick that it was liquid, wrapping that one direction. It was as if rolling bloody water enveloped it. The 10 cultivators at the forefront rushed in. From the area of blood water, a dragon head surged out steeply. The dragon's head was vast, as big as 100 feet, before the rushing cultivators had time to shout. Or, in one bite, they were devoured by the huge dragon head. What? The rear cultivator's face changed as his figure lurched. However, they saw that from where the blood dragon's neck was, above the dragon's scales, an individual's head emerged. That's the Zhong family head. That's the Green Sea Sovereign. Someone recognized that it was none other than the 10 cultivators who had just been swallowed, who had been transformed, and had their heads turned into the scales of the blood dragon. This. The dragon's horns are mutilated. Yes, this is the Earth Dragon Vein of Heian. There's no mistaking it. Mr. Gu didn't lie to us, so it's all true. The faces of the surrounding cultivators changed wildly. The blood dragon was hideous, seemingly about to charge forward once again, devouring the people who rushed forward in general. More and more bodies emerged from the blood water area, and at this moment, on top of the dragon's scales, there was one head after another. A chill ran through the hearts of the crowd of cultivators watching. This is the Earth Dragon Vein. How can it be used to attack? A cultivator exclaimed. This is a longevity formation. Heian's Earth Dragon Vein has been refined by a longevity master into a ferocious object. Quadded Great King's face turned cold and said. Anon, the blood dragon rushed in with a roar. Quadded Great King's face showed a scowl, and he immediately blasted it with a palm. Boom! The Midheaven Palace was exceedingly powerful, and it shook the blood dragon with a roar. It blocked the blood dragon. Quadded Great King, you say this is a longevity formation. We've all fallen into the longevity master's trap, someone exclaimed. Heian, Qinzibai. Quadded Great King's face showed a grimace. He exerted force in his hands, but it seemed as if the blood dragon was getting more and more powerful. Quadded Great King couldn't hold on much longer. Find Shoushai, kill Shoushai, so we can get out. Quick, Quadded Great King immediately shouted. Why don't you go deal with Jail Great King? How are you going to explain to Great Emperor Shu if this matter goes wrong? HMPH. A cold snort from Qinzibai came from the blood water area. His figure swayed and rushed out, a longsword in his hand, blasting towards the Jail Great King. The Jail Great King's face changed. With a loose hand, The chains roared out to meet Qinzai Bai. Boom! The two mid-heaven palaces engaged in battle, and the rolling storm rolled up. The blood dragons unraveled, and immediately rushed towards one cultivator and another in a roar. Not good, retreat. The crowd of cultivators shrieked, roar. Humph, when my blood dragon eats these people, it will come back to eat you guys. Ga ga ga. Mr. Dongfang's voice came out steeply. Don't eat us, my lord. Help, my lord. A burst of cries came from the blood-water area. Qinzai Bai's face changed. Mr. Dongfang, eat the outside first. Don't touch my deployment, otherwise, I don't care. Qinzai Bai, what's the use of your mercy now? Ha ha ha. Mr. Dongfang laughed coldly. After the blood dragon eats the people outside, maybe the power will be enough. If you don't allow it, I really don't care, Qinzai Bai roared. Fine. Qinzai Bai, I'll give you the second face. Eat the people outside first. Humph. Mr. Dongfang said in a cold voice. Boom. The blood dragon immediately surged out from the blood-water area, rapidly and furiously surging in all directions. Above the back of the blood dragon, there was even a white-robed Mr. Dongfang standing. Standing on the back of the blood dragon, he manipulated the blood dragon and wreaked havoc in all directions. Ong! The dragon opened its mouth and sucked in a long breath, and instantly the cultivators fleeing ahead were sucked into their bellies in one gulp. Quickly go! Quickly disperse! Countless cultivators were terrified as they fled. Rumble! The entire interior of Dragon Pulse City was in chaos. Kill Shou Shai! Kill that Shou Shai! Large swaths of cultivators dodged the blood dragon and wanted to go and decapitate Mr. Dongfang on the dragon's back. However, as soon as they got close to Mr. Dongfang, those scaled heads under Mr. Dongfang's feet seemed to come alive, steeply elongating their necks as if they were human-headed snakes, and rushing out with a loud bang. At once, there was a burst of biting at the rushing cultivator. Ah! The crowd of cultivators were instantly bitten by the human head in shock. Even, they were swallowed in one bite by a bizarre human head. Buzz! The cultivator, who was swallowed by the scaled head, was also quickly digested by the blood dragon, and a new scaled head emerged from not far away. The surrounding cultivators immediately sucked in cold air. As more and more cultivators were swallowed, the fishy aura on the blood dragon's body grew heavier and heavier, and from afar one could feel a chilling aura. Moreover, the blood dragon's power was becoming more and more massive. Escape! Ordinary cultivators can't escape at all. Not far away, Quadded Great King's face changed. Longevity formation, power superposition. You're taking all the power of devouring people and stacking it inside the dragon vein. What are you guys doing? Quadded Great King exclaimed. It's not your turn to care. Qinzai Bai blocked Zhou Great King and said in a cold voice. Boom! Chaos reigned in Dragon Vein City. Guhai and Giant Foal stood in the blood-water area, their eyelids fluttering furiously. Mr. Dongfang, he actually didn't die. Guhai's eyes went cold. Ah! Giant Foal steeply let out a shriek. Hey! Guhai twisted his head to look. Your Majesty, I wanted to enter the blood-water area just now, but this blood water, it seems to have a strong corrosive nature. My astral shield can't even resist it. Giant Foal exclaimed. Oh! Guhai frowned slightly. Probing his hand, he touched it in his bosom. Buzz! A black light enveloped his entire body, but it was the black jade talisman that the unliving man had left far long with you, which Guhai attempted to touch. The black light enveloped Guhai and blocked the erosion of the blood water. You wait for me outside, Guhai said in a deep voice. Huh, Your Majesty. Why are you fine? Giant Lu was surprised. However, Guhai ignored it and steeply stepped into it. The outside world was chaotic, but the inside was quite tidy. This interior was a huge valley. There were some buildings that were quite dark. There was an area of black mist in the distance, on top of a square not far away. At this moment, there were 80,000 people, trapped in 8 blood-colored spheres, 10,000 people inside each, with terrified faces. "Help, Marshal! We have been following the Marshal for many years. Marshal, spare my life. Someone save me! Someone save me!" Qin Zibai's deployment, Gu Hai said in surprise. Gu Hai looked at the group in surprise, and the group suddenly saw Gu Hai. "Gu Hai, Emperor Da Han. Great Han Emperor, save me. Help. Emperor Gu. In the past, we sinned and sent troops to Great Han for Qin Zibai, but we were following orders. Please save me, Emperor Gu. I am willing to serve the ancient emperor. Please, ancient emperor, save me." The crowd immediately prayed in excitement. Gu Hai was silent for a while and stepped tons closer. Looking at the blood ball, he gently poked it with the black light of the black jade talisman. Boo! Steeply, a blood ball exploded as if it was a bubble. "Huh, aren't saved," the crowd shouted incredulously. Gu Hai did as he had done, and immediately burst one bubble after another. Boo boo boo. In the blink of an eye, all 80,000 people were saved. One by one, their faces showed ecstasy. "Thank you, Mr. Gu. Thank you, Mr. Gu." All of them were grateful to Gu Hai with horror. "Gentlemen, I remember that you were Qin Zibai's subordinates," Gu Hai said suspiciously. Hearing Gu Hai's question, all of them suddenly fell silent, and one by one, they clenched their fists as a large amount of blood erupted from their eyes. "I was blind to follow Qin Zibai. Qin Zibai, this white-eyed wolf, my entire clan is loyal to him, and he actually sold us out to the Shoushai, and pretending to protect us, eating the people outside first. Oh, haha, Qin Zibai, he's just a sinister villain." The crowd immediately revealed extreme grief and anger. Qin Zibai, however, is helping Shoushai to count on us, ignoring us. Everyone's hearts chilled. Regardless of what Qin Zibai thought, the crowd's former allegiance had long since vanished. "Gentlemen, I want to find Shi Yan. I wonder who knows," Gu Hai asked. "Over there, in that little longevity formation. Shi Yan is no good, tying up all his subordinates and trying to kill them. We were secretly counting He Yan as not a good thing earlier, but I can't imagine that Qin Zibai is not a good thing either." A cultivator immediately pointed the way for Gu Hai. "Out over there," Gu Hai raised an eyebrow. "Emperor Gu, you want to deal with He Yan? I have a way, we'll help you," someone shouted excitedly.